Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We're here at our apartment in Raleigh right now, in quarantine.
Yep, quarantine life.
Yeah, I think like just about everybody else, right? Obviously, we're not traveling at the moment, so we're going to talk today about our most recent trips.
Yeah, which was New York City, Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. We literally got back in the nick of time because it wasn't soon after borders started closing and planes were canceling, so it was crazy.
It was, yeah. We got back, I think, March 11th, so the doors were kind of closing back behind us.
Yeah.
So now we're here left with nothing but the memories, right? But today we're going to talk about Morocco and the 7 biggest surprises from our trip to Morocco, which was primarily Marrakech in that area.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
When you think of Marrakech, you might picture ancient walled towns or medinas with bustling exotic markets filled with snake charmers and stalls selling carpets and lamps, and for good reason. These things are the tourist appeals. But what you probably don't know is that just outside of those Medina walls is a sleek and modern new town, filled with tons of diverse restaurants, malls that rival the ones here in the US, hipster neighborhoods, tattoo parlors, and nightclubs on par with the ones in Miami. This is definitely not the side of Marrakech you'll read about on Lonely Planet, and not the one we'd recommend you explore if your time is limited. But it's interesting to at least know about and experience the extreme contrast from the old town.
Not only is there, of course, strong Berber and Arabic influence, but Spanish and French cultural influence is evident as well. This presents itself in a lot of ways, but it's perhaps most notable in the fact that it's nothing for the Berbers and any of the locals to speak 5 to 7 languages. So prepare to be a little self-conscious if you're like me and you only speak English.
One of the most amazing surprises was the insanely gorgeous and diverse landscapes. While Morocco is probably best known for housing a huge portion of the visually stunning Sahara Desert, most people might not be aware that North Africa's tallest mountain is in Morocco. The Atlas Mountains are beautiful and many of them are even snow-capped. In fact, just a few hour drive outside of the dry, hot city of Marrakech is a snow-covered ski resort in the mountains. And Ouzoud Falls at 110 meters or 330 feet is North Africa's tallest waterfall. It's surrounded by cliffs and wild monkeys. All just 150 kilometers outside of the city. This region is also dotted with thousands of olive and palm trees, and parts of it are quite green.
Of course, we knew that Morocco is by far predominantly Muslim, around 99% actually, which of course means a call to prayer. Still, just how long and how loud the call to prayers were, and just how early in the day they start, was a surprise. We stayed in a room on the rooftop of a riad, right next door to a minaret. And a minaret is the tower connected to a mosque from which the call to prayers are broadcasted. But it was a super cool experience and we actually loved it and miss hearing them 5 times a day. Another cultural surprise was that shisha or hookah is actually not popular in Morocco. In fact, it's frowned upon. And shisha for us, admittedly, was a bit of a cultural stereotype we associated with that region of the world, and we were expecting to smoke a lot of it on our trip. But in fact, smoking cigarettes is fairly popular, but shisha is really only offered on the street along with hash or offered in some private establishments. But in total, we ended up smoking shisha 0 times on our trip, but it's probably for the best from a health perspective as it's really not good for you.
Lastly, learning about the hammams was a surprise. Hammams are public bathhouses separated by gender in which large crowds gather to get clean, socialize, and relax either completely naked or close to it. You can even get a stranger to scrub you down if you so wish. These hammams are generally nice and modern with lovely white tiles and all sorts of amazing scents like dried roses and lavender. So unique. Getting around in Morocco is extremely easy. The trains in the north are super reliable, and buses, taxis, private tours, and crowded public tours can get you virtually anywhere else in the country you want to go. Take Marrakech, for example. It's the perfect launching point. Not only can you get anywhere in the country from there, you'll also have endless options for how you want to get there.
We already mentioned the restaurants in the new town. There we found fusion restaurants, sushi, even Quebec poutine. The variety is awesome, but the fact is, even inside the Medina, the food diversity is extremely impressive. The plethora of vegetarian options was the biggest surprise. Not only are there numerous restaurants specifically marketed to vegetarians and vegans, the traditional Berber food restaurants also offer Morocco's signature dishes like couscous and tagine with a delicious and popular vegetarian option.
Alright, so let's talk tea. Of course we knew that delicious mint tea was popular here, but just how much of it the locals drink and the fact that you are served it literally everywhere, from every restaurant and cafe to Airbnbs and hotels and even tourist attractions and tours. It's everywhere and it's amazing. One of our taxi drivers joked that if the locals don't drink at least 5 cups a day, they're not feeling it. We were probably averaging about 10 cups a day, but we were on vacation.
Everyone tells you about the hectic maze-like Medinas and souks/markets, but you really do have to see it for yourself to know just how crazy things can get. And there were still some unexpected aspects for us, like so many modes of transportation whizzing through the narrow halls of the Medinas, literally only inches away from the shoppers, if not hitting the shoppers, like scooters, wagons, and donkeys. Sometimes donkeys pulling the wagons. The fact that you can literally find anything in the markets is crazy as well. Like everything from freshly slaughtered meats to intricate rugs, handmade shoes and bags, fake Louis Vuitton, the freshest produce we'd ever seen, spices, lamps, dishes, and way, way more. Also, haggling there, it's a way of life. You can't avoid it, and all part of the amazing experience. Alright, so that was it. Our 7 biggest surprises in Marrakech, Morocco.
Yeah, if you've been to Morocco, let us know in the comments below what your biggest surprises were.
Yeah, let us know if you agree with us, disagree with us. Tell us something random about your experience in Morocco.
Yeah, and overall, I was going to say that we literally love Morocco. It's an amazing country, and after this whole coronavirus thing boils over, we highly recommend you guys book a trip there.
Yes, go to Morocco. You will not regret it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video, we ask that you like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, comment. Obviously, with everything going on, we got a lot more travel videos to come. We're not slowing down anytime soon.
So stay tuned.
Yes.